fees and everything. But no, we all know this stuff already. And we don't call it as survival benefit, but we have a different name for that. I took this from Fidelity Investments page. God promise, I did not make this up. They have this in their retirement brochure. If you are a 65-year-old man and you have a 50% chance, if you are single, to live up to 87, but if you're a 65-year-old couple, you have a 50% chance of making it to 94, 7-year survival benefit. If you are a 65-year-old man, you have a 25% chance of making it to 93, and if you're a 65-year-old couple, 98 years. See that? And they don't call it, you see the word that they're using here? Longevity risk is what they call it. So it means you have to save more money because you're going to live longer. So that's the one problem if you are married, is that better save more money because you're going to live longer. So, but this is true, and this comes from actuarial statistics. So this is a proven thing, but we doctors are not being told, and the financial guy seems to know this stuff. How many of us are told this in medical school? Nobody, right? It's not like tomorrow I'm going to go and start a wedding industry there. And anybody who is not married, okay, I'm going to get you married so you can live longer. But what I'm saying is, if a guy who is not married comes to my office, and let's say he has a borderline cholesterol of LDL of 110 or 135, how do you approach it? Well, hey, maybe I can't lower that risk, but I can lower this risk. See, that is another way to risk stratify. That's where you can start using your creativity in how to manipulate this. Or you can tell them, you can start exploring, okay, you're not married, but what about church? Are you interested in church activities? Okay, I'm not religious. Okay, are you interested in, doing some social service? So how do you get yourself connected? So you start working on those things. Once you start thinking of it, the possibilities are endless. Next. So what's lesson number 2? Quality matters. What does it mean? Being married is not the same as being happily married. As my 8-year-old nephew used to say, happy wife, happy life. So being married is good for life, but being married is not the same as being happily married. I have to tell you an anecdote that happened. My wife was filling gas in the car, and as you know, most of us don't wear rings. So she was filling gas, and the key fell under the car seat. She was struggling for it. So then a big guy, a Texan guy with a hat, comes in a pickup truck, and then he said, "Ma'am, what is the problem?" I said, "My key is under the car seat." Okay. And then he searched for it, got it, and gave it to her. And then while leaving, he said, "Ma'am, are you married?" Because he didn't see the ring. And she said, "Yes, I'm married." And then he left. And then he came back. "Ma'am, are you happily married?" And you can bet that evening I went to the store and got a ring. Alright. So we hold on to grudges, and that's how we spoil our relationships. Not only marital relationship, brothers, sisters, all kinds of friends we destroyed by not forgiving. Forgiveness improves, but where does forgiveness come with help? So this doctor was featured in San Antonio because he prescribed forgiveness as medicine. So how did that happen? Because holding on to grudges and not forgiving can lead to increased mortality. And that's a proven fact. So how does this happen? What is forgiveness? Consciously letting go of resentment and vengeance. There are 2 types of forgiveness. What is conditional forgiveness? What is conditional forgiveness? I will forgive if she comes and says, "I'm sorry." Otherwise, I won't forgive. How dare she do that? I want her to come and apologize. That's conditional forgiveness. Unconditional forgiveness, I forgive, period. Doesn't matter. Now, conditional forgiveness is associated with increased risk of dying. This was a study by Tusaw and others in Journal of Behavioral Medicine. So, people who are saying, "I will not forgive unless," they were dying sooner. So, at least for that sake, let's forgive. So, what is forgiveness? It heals the self, physiologically, psychologically. It's also empowering. Why does it empower? You are not defined by that act of the other person anymore. I am not the person who was insulted by that person. I am a person who is different from that. I've gone beyond that. So it's empowering and it's unconditional. Forgiveness has a lot of emotional benefits, which is pretty obvious. Anxiety, depression, psychological well-being, increased self-esteem, all of this. So remember, holding on to grudges and not forgiving can lead to increased mortality. So forgiveness and heart